In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 NBA games happening on December 21st, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Utah Jazz versus Detroit Pistons. The Utah Jazz are gearing up for an away game at the Little Caesars Arena on Thursday evening, ready to face the Detroit Pistons in an intriguing non-conference matchup. The Jazz, currently positioned 12th in the competitive Western Conference, bring a 10-17 record into this game, having just concluded the first half of a back-to-back encounter against the Cleveland Cavaliers the night before. On the other side of the court, the struggling Detroit Pistons, holding the last spot in the Eastern Conference with a dismal 2-25 record, are grappling with a disheartening 24-game losing streak, the latest setback being a 130-124 defeat against the Atlanta Hawks on the road. This clash marks the beginning of a 2-game series between the Jazz and the Pistons, adding an extra layer of anticipation to see how the teams will fare against each other. The Utah Jazz, despite their recent 124-116 road loss to the Cavaliers, have demonstrated signs of resurgence with 3 wins in their last 4 games. Lauri Markkanen's impressive 26-point, 10-rebound performance, along with contributions from Colin Sexton, Talen Horton-Tucker, and John Collins off the bench, showcased the team's offensive prowess. However, a fourth-quarter surge by the Cavaliers ultimately eluded the Jazz. Meanwhile, the Detroit Pistons continue to grapple with their season's downward trajectory, desperate to halt a prolonged 24-game losing streak. Cade Cunningham's remarkable 43-point, 7-assist effort against the Hawks highlighted the Pistons' offensive capabilities, but a slow start with a leaky defense, surrendering 38 points in the first quarter, set them back early in the game. Injury concerns persist for both teams, with the Jazz missing Jordan Clarkson and Keon George, while the Pistons are without Monty Morris and Jalen Duren. The defensive disparities between the two teams are evident in their recent performances, as the Jazz allowed an average of 115 points in their last 4 games, while the Pistons conceded a staggering 132 points per game in their previous 5 outings. Rebounding, a crucial aspect of the game, sees the Jazz ranking 4th in the NBA with 46.5 total rebounds per game, contrasting with the Pistons, who sit at 21st with 43.3 total rebounds per game. Despite the Pistons finding themselves in a seemingly favorable position at home with a rest advantage, the Jazz's recent form and defensive struggles make them a challenging opponent. The Pistons, plagued by a lengthy losing streak, face skepticism, especially given the short line. The Jazz, although playing the second game of a back-to-back on the road, are favored to triumph over the Pistons, extending their misery. Thus, our full-game side pick leans towards the Utah Jazz winning and covering the spread as favorites. Both teams have showcased offensive prowess in their recent games, with the Jazz averaging 118 points per game and the Pistons scoring 113 points per game over the last 5 matchups. However, defensive vulnerabilities, particularly in defending the 3-point line, are apparent, with the Jazz ranking 20th and the Pistons 23rd in opposing 3-point percentage. Taking advantage of these defensive struggles, the Jazz, who have scored at least 116 points in 4 of their last 5 games, are expected to exploit the Pistons' defensive frailties. The Pistons, conceding 124 or more points in each of their last 5 games, face a challenging defensive task. Moreover, Detroit's quick pace of play, ranking 8th in the NBA, has contributed to scoring outputs of 114 and 120 points in their last 2 games. Considering Utah's defensive woes, allowing an average of 129 points in their last 5 road games, the stage is set for a high-scoring affair. Therefore, our full-game total pick leans towards over the projected total, anticipating plenty of scoring action in this matchup. New Orleans Pelicans versus Cleveland Cavaliers. The highly anticipated matchup between the New Orleans Pelicans and the Cleveland Cavaliers is set to unfold in Cleveland on Thursday night, promising an inter-conference clash that basketball enthusiasts won't want to miss. The Pelicans, coming off a heart-wrenching last-second defeat against the Memphis Grizzlies on Tuesday, are eager to rebound against the Cavaliers, who have notched 2 consecutive victories, including a recent triumph over the Utah Jazz on Wednesday night. Despite their recent setback, the New Orleans Pelicans have been showcasing impressive form, securing victories in 7 of their last 10 games. However, their 4-game win streak came to an abrupt halt against the Grizzlies. In that contest, Brandon Ingram delivered a stellar performance, contributing 34 points and 6 assists, supported by Jonas Valanciunas with 22 points and 14 rebounds, and CJ McCollum with 18 points and 6 assists. The Pelicans exhibited their offensive prowess, shooting at a 47% field goal rate and connecting on 11 of 25 attempts from beyond the arc. Despite a commanding lead, they succumbed to a second-half surge from the Grizzlies, culminating in a buzzer-beater by Ja Morant. On the other side of the court, the Cleveland Cavaliers have been riding a wave of success, securing victories in 8 of their last 12 games. Their latest triumph over the Jazz showcased a well-rounded offensive effort, with Sam Merrill leading the charge with 27 points off the bench. Caris LeVert, Max Strus, and Jared Allen also made significant contributions to secure the 124-116 home win. The Cavaliers demonstrated their three-point prowess, connecting on an impressive 23 of 51 attempts. As the teams prepare for their showdown, injury concerns loom for both sides. The Pelicans face uncertainties with Zion Williamson, Jonas Valanciunas, and Herbert Jones listed as questionable due to illness. Meanwhile, the Cavaliers might once again be without Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell. The Pelicans, reeling from their recent loss, have a day to reflect on their performance, while the Cavaliers enter the matchup fatigued, playing their second game of a back-to-back and third in 4 nights. In analyzing the game dynamics, the absence of the Cavaliers' key player, Evan Mobley, adds a layer of vulnerability to their defense, potentially opening opportunities for Williamson and Ingram to shine. The Pelicans, boasting a slight edge in rebounding, could exploit this further in Mobley's absence. The stage is set for a captivating battle, with Williamson aiming for a redemption performance after a subpar showing against the Grizzlies. Considering the Cavaliers' fatigue and injury concerns, the Pelicans are poised to take advantage of the situation. The Pelicans have proven themselves against the spread this season with a record of 16-11-1, while the Cavaliers stand at 12-13-2. The analysis suggests that the Pelicans, even with their own injury woes, have the upper hand, especially considering the rest advantage. So the New Orleans Pelicans to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Shifting focus to the team statistics, the New Orleans Pelicans have been maintaining an offensive average of 116 points on 48% shooting, with key contributors including Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson. The team has exhibited proficiency from beyond the arc and the free throw line. Defensively, the Pelicans have allowed an average of 114 points on 46.6% shooting, showcasing room for improvement in their defensive efforts. Conversely, the Cleveland Cavaliers have been averaging 112 points on 47.5% shooting, with notable performances from Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland. Their three-point shooting and free throw percentages are commendable, but defensively, they have allowed an average of 112 points on 45.7% shooting. The statistics highlight a balanced offensive output from both teams, setting the stage for an intriguing matchup. Considering the team statistics and the pace of play, both teams have shown a tendency to hit the under this season. The Cavaliers, with a record of 13-14 and hitting the under, and the Pelicans at 15-13, indicate a likelihood of a lower scoring game. The pace of play for both teams, ranking 20th and 19th, suggests a potential slowdown, especially for the Cavaliers on a back-to-back. Therefore, our analysis leans toward under the projected total as full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.